What's up guys, it's your boy Slurpo Seth here, back with another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be counting down the top 5, the top 5 games for the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3, I mean, it brings me back. I played it a good amount as a child, and it's a spot in my heart. I actually still have mine. I'm looking at it right now. It's right down in that little crevice down on in this desk thing. Now, my PlayStation 3 when I was a child actually used to be at my grandma's house, so I had something to do if I wasn't hanging out with her if I had to go to my grandma's house, because she used to babysit me a lot. Unfortunately, my grandmother now lives in a box in my living room. Rest in peace, shouty. But yes, so PlayStation 3, it's very dear to me. Oh, that's a bar. And I'm gonna be counting down some of the games that I had the funnest time with when I was a kid. And maybe, if you guys know these games, or maybe you're in the market for PlayStation 3 games, and that's why you're watching this, that could be a reason too. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the list. Starting off the list, we have
Angry Birds Trilogy? All the PlayStation 3 games, and you picked Angry Birds.
Yes, I did. Eat my ass. Angry Birds Trilogy is a PlayStation 3 game with Angry Birds Seasons, and Angry Birds Rio all inside of it to play on your PlayStation, with additional exclusive levels that you can only play on Angry Birds Trilogy. You might think, wow, there's all these PlayStation 3 games and you picked Angry Birds. Well, yes, I did. So, I'm just thinking, why would you play, yes, it's cool if you're, okay, so the thing about a mobile phone is that you can play Angry Birds on it, but if you're home, why should you have to play Angry Birds on your phone when you can play it on your television from your PlayStation 3? That's all I'm saying, gangster. Number 4, Batman Arkham City. Now with this entry on the list, you can really, this is the second game in the Batman Arkham series. You can kind of really switch all of them out, in my personal opinion, because the real reason I like them is because you can play as Batman, you can go across the whole city, and you can glide around this shit. This one is my personal favorite out of not only the ones on PlayStation 3, but all of them. I think the story is the best. It's got some cool Joker stuff, and pretty much it's a third-person game where you play as, the Caped Crusader, but it's like an open, free Gotham City that you can explore. A big part of the game is puzzles and stealth and combat and stuff of that nature. And pretty much, I'm not gonna lie, a really big part of it, why I like it, is you can change your costume and stuff, and you can glide around. And I just think that's really cool. You can use a grapple gun to get to the top of the tall buildings and shit. It sounds simple, but in my opinion, I think it's very fun, and I think it does the trick. So that's the number 4 spot. Number 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1. What is with all these games and having a colon in the title? As you can imagine, this game did really well because there's so many sequels to Modern Warfare. And that's because this game is freaking lit. To be honest, it's just another Call of Duty game. Yes, I mean, they release one every year, and they're all, I hate to be I hate to burst your bubble, but they're all pretty much the same. I hate to be that guy, but yes. Their campaign isn't even really what I like. It's just how it controls, and the maps, and I guess just the atmosphere of it. Don't get me wrong, the campaign isn't bad, but I mean, I'm not really the biggest fan of any Call of Duty campaign. I mean, really, in conclusion, it's just Call of Duty, but I like it. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's just a list of games I like for PlayStation 3. I mean, I like the game. I like the controls of it and all that other shit, so I don't really know what to say for a lot of these, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I always have problems with these top 5 games, because I want to sell them to you. I want to, make you understand why I like them, but it's just not that easy. But anyway, in the number 2 spot, we have Injustice, Gods Among Us. Wait, Among Us? Who's the imposter? Pretty much, this game is made by the same people that makes Mortal Kombat, goddamn. It's pretty much a PG version, well, PG-13 more version, well, I mean, that's movies. It's a T-rated version of Mortal Kombat. That's what I'm trying to get across here. There's no blood or anything like that, just violence. And instead of Mortal Kombat original characters, it's characters from Detective Comics, such as Batman, Robin, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman maybe. Well, not maybe, he's in the game, I don't know why I said maybe, whatever. Now, the average person might pick Mortal Kombat over Injustice, but the only Mortal Kombat I actually like is Mortal Kombat 10, and that's on the that would be on the PlayStation 4. That came later. And besides that, I actually prefer the Injustices. So for PlayStation 3, I'm gonna have to go with Injustice Gods Among Us. I personally like to play as Nightwing, and one thing I always thought was really cool about this game was when you use your special move as Aquaman, he like summons like a big shark, and it chews up your opponent and shit. And I always thought that was pretty bad fucking ass. But anywho, it's a good game, and I like it. Fighting game, like Mortal Kombat, no gore, no blood, nothing crazy like that, just hitting each other. This is a top 5. I'm not gonna do any honorable mentions because if I had honorable mentions, I'd just make it a top 10. Pretty much, in the number 1 spot, we have. Now, I couldn't pick between the first and second game, but for the number 1 spot, we're going to go with Little Big Planet 1/2. If you don't know what Little Big Planet is, it's this game where you play as this little sack person named Sack Boy. More like, can you lick my sack, comma boy? But pretty much, it's kind of like almost like a platformer. It's like a side scroller type of deal. And there's a story mode where you play the levels, and a lot of it is like puzzles and shit. It's 1 to 2 players. Actually, I don't know about was the first one 2 players? That might have only been the second one. But really, the main part of the game was the level creator, where you could have all these different materials and shit, and you could create your own levels, and you could publish them online or play other people's levels that they published online. The story mode in both of them is really good. The music's really good too. I think the best part is definitely the online level creators. And a lot of this game is just, there's a lot of charm to it. It's very charismatic and optimistic and happy and innocent and childish, and I like that. I like how you can make your own sack people. Like you can put on your own clothes and stuff to your sack person. I also don't remember if it was the first or second game, but when I was a kid, there's like this narrator guy who he like talks in the the monologue for the story, and then he talks in like the parts of the levels where it's like a tutorial and it shows you what to do. And I remember there was like this one part where he said the word sexy.
Now, you probably want to look stylish and sexy.
And I remember I kept playing it over and over again as a kid because I thought that was like a bad word. And I thought that was like edgy AF. So Little Big Planet is really awesome. I really like it. 1 and 2 are both pretty good, so I can't really recommend 1. But yeah, guys, that's my top 5 PlayStation 3 games. If you own a PlayStation 3 and you're looking for games to buy, those are the ones that I would recommend to you first. That's what this whole video is about. I don't know why I'm saying that at the end. If you have any other PlayStation 3 games that you really fuck with, make sure you let me know down in the comments section. But yeah, my name is Slurpo Seth. I own a PlayStation 3 and I play these PlayStation 3 games every once in a while. But that's what I recommend. So pretty much that's the end of my video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So Slurpo.